Hi to the 2023 collecting goal video. I always make one of these videos every year, mostly at the beginning of the year. But it does feel like I've made my 2022 video like a couple of months ago. And that is actually right. I've made that video way into 2022. So this time around, it's still January, even though it's the end of January already. But here it is, my 2023 collecting goal video. Now we start off with Xbox, the original Xbox. I actually already got a couple of Xbox games this year. Last year I think I got only one or two. I think I got Onimusha Genma for the original X, and I think Gunmetal, if I remember correctly. Now, one of the games that I got actually yesterday is Outrun 2. So that is pretty cool. I've actually played it. It's a really fun game. So my Xbox collection is slowly growing, at least this year, and hopefully it will start growing. I am not really searching for Xbox games that much. I just randomly scroll to, marketplace ads and see if there's some stuff to be sold. I do want to get at least one new console, a new Xbox console that is in sort of a good state, a pristine state. I still actually have to open this one and sort of fix it because there is a memory issue where it doesn't, the clock battery is down, so I had to replace it. And I actually never opened an original Xbox before. Xbox 360, I basically got a full Xbox 360 exclusive collection. I only need a small handful of games like Prey, not Prey, but Prey the game, like Prey, Hunting on Prey, whatever. So yeah, that is almost done, and I will probably finish it this year. Onto the PlayStation. The PlayStation 1 is, I am trying to find more games for PS1, especially RPGs, Japanese games. But the PlayStation 1 is, at least here in Holland, becoming what the Super Nintendo was 10 years ago. It's getting a lot more rare, and it's getting really, really expensive. Where 10 years ago, I could find a copy of, Suikoden 2 was always pretty expensive, but Castlevania Symphony of the Night was like $100, $110, $80, and now it can go up to 500 euros for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna spend so much money on one game. I'm not rich, so no way I'm gonna do that. And slowly, also the Japanese RPGs are, getting in that 100, 150 range. Not all of them, but also they're just really rare to find. I am actively searching for PS1 games. I did find one this week. It's called Assault. It's a 3D Contra style shooter game on PS1, and it's actually pretty fun. I've actually almost beat the entire game in one run, but at the end boss, I only had one life left and I died. Yeah. Okay, so PlayStation 1 is going to be difficult, but I will try and get more games because PS1 is one of the greatest gaming consoles ever, and of course my childhood system. The PlayStation 2 is, of course, the king of kings, the big one. I had incredible deals last year. Just last year in total and overall was probably the best year in collecting ever for me, collecting video games. And this year I am trying to get more PS2 games. It's my main focus to try and not only get a lot of bundles, to try and get new consoles, more consoles, whatever. I will eventually sell them, but I have seen that it's way cheaper to get a PS2 with 40 games instead of trying to get all the games separate. So I will probably get more bundles like I did last year. Will they be as good as last year? We shall see, but I will try. But PS2 is by far my main focus in collecting and gaming. I'm actually playing Dark Cloud 1 for the first time. I'm now at the second sort of city dungeon, whatever it's, the Wise Owl Forest, and the game is fantastic. I loved Dark Chronicles. United States, it's called Dark Cloud 2. Here it's Dark Chronicles, Chronicle. But yeah, I never played the original Dark Cloud. I think this was 2001. So it was a launch title, and I do remember that a lot of people really like this game. It has a certain old school RPG charm to it, and it definitely has. It's a great game. So PS2 is going to be a main focus. It's probably going to grow a lot. PS3 is the odd one. For years I have neglected the PS3, always saying, yeah, I got everything for the PS3 that is of quality. And I do agree, especially in terms of Japanese games. I have almost all the, I think I need one, all the Japanese games I have on PS3. But there are still a lot of games from, the early days of PS3 that I still don't have. And if you have seen my last video of the big PS3 pickup that I did, stuff like, all the Call of Duty games, all the Medal of Honor games, a lot of shooters, and smaller games in between, I am trying to pick them all up. So the PS3 will probably, handfully grow a little bit larger this year. I'm trying to look for PS3 games a little bit more. To be completely honest, after this video, I am going to pick up another bunch of PS3 games. Not that many, not that great, but it does include Transformers Fall of Cybertron, and somehow that game is getting slowly more expensive. I actually played and beaten War on Cybertron last week, and that game was fantastic. I was not expecting that. That game was actually really fucking cool. So I'm really excited to play Fall of Cybertron. Now the PlayStation 4, same as with PS2, but in a lesser way. PS4 collection will probably grow a nice amount. I already got 3 PS4 games this year, and especially with gaming deals, this is still the best time to get PS4 games. Not only are there still a lot of PS4 games being announced, they're still being released, especially stuff like Limited Run and Strictly Limited. They're still releasing PS4 stuff, but also all the old PS4 stuff that's just, being released in stores. You can pick them up and they go down in price pretty quickly. I have seen stuff like Atelier Sophie 2 for like 18 bucks. Isn't that game from last year or year before that? I mean, it's not that old and it's already really, really cheap. So yes, my PS4 collection will also grow, but in terms of actually playing on the PS4, I mean, last weekend I played about 2 hours with the newest Star Ocean, and I was like, okay, it's fine, it's nice, but I'm going back to play Transformers. That's kind of how I still feel playing PS4 stuff as of right now. Could change anytime, but as of right now. So PS2 and PS4 will probably grow the fastest this year. Leave in the comments below, what are your collecting goals for 2023 and how was 2022? Like, share, comment and subscribe. And like always, you're gonna see me next time.